This video is brought to you by Big Idea Design. They make titanium pocket tools and pins, like the bit bar, which is a screwdriver with a pocket clip and bit storage in the handle, and the TPT and the TPT slide, which hold a standard utility knife blade. They also recently launched a titanium EDC wrench and offer pins like the TI Click, TI Arto EDC, and the TI Pocket Pro. To learn more about Big Idea Design, click the links in the description, and you can also use the coupon code BESTDAMNEDC for $5 off any purchase over $50. And if you do, it'll help support the show. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Taylor Martin, and this is the new and improved BESTDAMNEDC. Kind of looks a lot like the old EDC, but this is the new space. I'm so excited to be in here, and for those of you who are new here, I do have a few community announcements that I start this show off with every single week. Last week I said guess a number between 0 and 1,000, and whoever got the closest first or guessed it would win a BESTDAMNEDC pocket logo t-shirt. Winner chooses size and color, and just a few minutes ago I chose a number, used a random number picker from Google, and the number selected was 829, the closest, guessing 832, was Brian's stamp. So Brian, I will be in touch. I will get your shirt size, your preferred color, and I will get you the shirt in the mail. This week, I'm going to do the very same thing, but how you enter is going to be a little bit different. So stay tuned, watch the whole video. At some point throughout the video, I will tell you how to win another BESTDAMNEDC shirt. This week, the show has no theme. I just went through, picked some really nice EDCs. I will pick a theme pretty soon. I'll tell you guys ahead of time so you can actually submit your EDC based on the theme that I do choose. But this week, there is no theme. I just went through, picked some really nice submissions, and here they are. Let's do the thing. The first submission this week comes from Nicolai Øvig? I don't know. It's I'm never gonna pronounce this name correctly. It's from Nikolai. You can find him over on the website at No Panic. And this one just popped out at me because yellow and orange, and it's just colorful, more colorful than the usual EDC that's submitted. So the first thing listed here is the Hilson Shark Diver bronze watch that is to the left of the photo. It's also got a bronze clasp, which looks really neat. Don't see many bronze watches. However, I have a bronze watch to show you guys very soon. Shameless self-plug. Next to that is the Field Notes Expedition Notebook, and in that he writes with the Coeco Brass Sport pen. He also carries a brass Zippo, as well as a little tin of Burt's Bees lip balm. At the bottom of the photo is a DIY leather pocket organizer that he made himself. It's a tan-colored leather with red thread, and inside that he carries a Victorinox Classic Alex with a red skull bead attached to it, as well as a Fisher Space Pen bullet in brass, and a Mass-Drop brass flashlight, which I guess he attaches with the clip. He also says he carries one paper clip inside, very specific, just one. And next to that is his phone of choice, that is the iPhone X, which he carries in a Lost Cause cover by P&Co. And that's it. Nikolai says, "Hi, first of all, I love your channel, nice with some inspiration, how to put a nice kit together." There's a little bit of broken English here, so just bear with me and bear with Nikolai. There is a lot of nice stuff out there. I've tried to get a small EDC kit and brass together. You've done a really good job so far. The watch is in bronze, but goes well with the other brass stuff. This is not always on my wrist, as I also have a small collection of watches. The notebook is always in the back pocket and ready if I have to write something that I have to remember, or if I get an idea for a geocache I would like to make. The Coeco pen is probably a little big to have in the pocket, but it is just so damn nice to write with that it just has to go with this kit. The lip balm is always in my pocket during winter months and has a really nice minty scent. Zippo is always in the fifth pocket, not quite sure why, I don't smoke. And yeah, I think I've decided that the fifth pocket is the utility pocket. I might have mentioned that last week, but I think utility pocket is the perfect name. Fight me, gotta keep that fire going. The pocket organizer I made myself and is customized to the things I use in my everyday life. A small knife with scissors and a pin. I sometimes use the paper clip when I'm geocaching, and a log roll is stuck in the container. The iPhone is of course always in your pocket and must be protected, so I need a cover. Plus I'm a big fan of skulls, so this one fell just in my taste. There you go. I do like this. I like seeing all brass or all copper or all bronze even, but I'm really bad at doing all of one thing, especially like brass here. And he does have the bronze watch, but I think for the most part this is a brass carry. But what you really need is a brass Swiss Army knife. I know just the guy who can do that. Roll Brassworks, John Smith. He doesn't do the tiny little Alox Swiss Army knives, the classic. He does not do that, but he does it on most 2- and 3-layer I don't remember the actual millimeter size, but your Pioneer, Pioneer X, Farmer, things like that, the Electrician, he will put brass scales on those. So just saying, just throwing it out there for you. Anyway, this is a really nice setup. I like it. Thanks for sharing. And Nikolai, you now have a second entry into the February giveaway. The next submission comes from just Zach. Just Zach, that's it. You can find him over on the website at ZachAlex2, but it should be Zach Flex. Zach Flex, because he is flexing in this photo. I don't believe he carries both of these knives every single day. There's no way, not possible, but he's showing off a little bit. First up, we have a G-Shock watch. He does not specify which model, but it is a G-Shock watch. And beneath that is the Quicksilver wallet. It is a trifold. You don't see many trifolds on this show either. His multi-tool of choice is the Leatherman Charge TTI that is in the bottom of the photo. And next to that are the two knives in question, which I mentioned earlier, the Chris Reeve Sabenza, that is the small Sabenza 21, and a Rick Hinderer XM18 3-inch Gen 6. Yeah, no way, calling your bluff, man. And finally, the flashlight of choice here is the Olight M2R Warrior. Zach says, this is my normal carry. I don't always EDC two dedicated knives. See? I just picked up the Sabenza today. Watch is just a good beater. Wallet because I'm in between picking what I want. My Leatherman was an awesome price and I use a lot of the tools in my trade job, as well the knives and the Olight. Not pictured is my Keysmart, but I'm looking at going Keybar as titanium is tough. I will say, if you're on the fence between Keysmart and Keybar, they're both kind of heavy. I've been having this thought and dilemma really a lot recently because the Keysmart that I use is titanium and it's still quite heavy, but even the Keybars, they're bulkier and heavier. I want something lighter and smaller because when I put my, I got it right here. When I put my Keysmart on my keys, it is by far the heaviest thing on here and it's bulky. And I'd rather just clip it in my pocket, but sometimes that's just not possible. I don't know. Anyway, this is an awesome carry. Those are two really great knives. You know that. You don't need somebody to tell you that those are awesome knives. And the TTI, the Charge TTI is one of the Leathermans that I've been eyeing for a long time. But now with the free PS4, I don't think I could go with the Charge. Really awesome setup. Thank you for sharing, Zach. And you now have a second entry into the February giveaway. I have a bone to pick with these next two submissions because they obviously were really nice. I picked them. Really great submissions. Zero description. Nothing. No words. Nothing about them at all. Just submissions. List of products and a picture. Please, just for me, I beg you, just say something about your EDC. When you share something without any text, when I go to format it, or when Alex, who's actually behind the camera right now, when we go to format those submissions on the website, when they don't have any sort of description, one, it looks weird, and two, it's just, I don't know, it just feels incomplete. I like hearing your story. So tell me a little bit about the gear, why you chose this gear, why it's important to you, how it helps you throughout your day, any of that information. I love hearing that stuff, so please, I beg you, just tell me a little bit. The third submission this week comes from Matt Gray. You can find him over on Instagram at MattGray1986. And first up in the picture, the knife in question here is the Boker Burnley Quaken Auto Knife. Speaking of key organizers, his key organizer of choice is the Orbit Key 2.0 in Cognac, and he also has the Orbit Key can opener attachment on that. It looks like I think it's actually a bottle opener. I don't know if that'll open a can. His pin of choice is the Fisher Space Pin Bullet in brass, and he also carries the Mech Army X3S in brass. That is the same flashlight that I talked about in my flashlight roundup, but the brass version instead of copper. In the middle of the photo is his brother's dog tag, which he carries on a titanium chain. And some of this gear, like the flashlight and the pin, he carries in the Hitch and Timber card caddy. That is the English tan version. He also carries an Olight S1R Baton 2 in copper. And his watch is the Seiko Cocktail Time Blue Moon. On that, he has a cognac leather strap. And then finally, not pictured in this photo, is the iPhone 8 Plus, which he used, I imagine, to take the photo. But like I said, he said nothing about any of this gear. So what I have to say about this gear is that this is the Orbit Key. If I were to use an Orbit Key, they sent me two. They were both black. I don't know why. I'm kind of shying away from all black EDC items because black is just, I don't know, it's timeless, but it's kind of boring to me these days. But if I were to carry an Orbit Key, that's the one, the Cognac Orbit Key. And it's really nice to see kind of matching leather here. We've got copper and brass. This is what I was talking about earlier. Mixing the copper and brass. Getting everything in brass or everything in copper is just tough. And I wish the copper Fisher Space Pin were so much easier to get, but the one on Amazon is matte black with a copper lid. And then if you want the full copper Fisher Space Pen, it's like 40, 50, 60 bucks. I don't remember how much it is. It's just outrageously expensive compared to all the other Fisher Space Pens. Thank you for sharing, Matt. And you now have a second entry into the February giveaway. Next up, and one reason I actually originally chose this picture is because I thought it was a female. I thought it was from another female, which we don't see very many female submissions on the channel, but actually it wasn't. So the original submission name, I think the name tied to the email was a female. It was like Heather or something, Whitney, I don't know. And then when I went over to that submission in my spreadsheet, it was actually from Jackson Beeman. I don't know how that happened, but this is from Jackson Beeman. You can find him over on the website at ClassicJ88. First up in this picture is the very top right of the photo is the Boger Quaken. That is the green micarta and brass version. Also below that is the Karas Custom Bolt Action V2, also in brass. And in the bottom left of the photo is the Shinola Slim Bifold 2.0 wallet. He carries a Big Idea Design TPT slide, and on that is a leather lanyard with a brass bead. And beside that is a Field Notes notebook. And in the top left of the photo are his sunglasses. Those are the Ray-Ban Clubmasters. Once again, there's no description whatsoever on this submission, so my personal thoughts on this are, it's very simple, straightforward, and if I were to own a Quaken, it would be this one, brass and micarta. I'm on a micarta kick right now. OD green, micarta. Those are like my two things right now that I can't get enough of, and I could never get enough leather, like obviously, or wood backgrounds, because you guys are pricks. This one's not on a wooden background. That's something, right? It's on a metal background. That is not wood. This is a nice submission, very simple, no frill, I like it a lot. Quality stuff, I don't know much about the Shinola wallet, but it looks nice. Nice patina on leather, but thank you again, Jackson, for sharing, and you now have an entry into the additional second entry into the February giveaway. Now it's time for me to tell you how you can enter to win the BESTDAMN EDC Pocket Logo t-shirt. Over in Discord earlier today, it's Thursday, not the day you're seeing this, is Thursday right now. Just a little bit earlier today, I created something new. I teased it over in the Discord, and I didn't tell anybody what it was. I just let their minds run free. And how you're gonna enter to win this week's giveaway, which is another BESTDAMN EDC Pocket Logo t-shirt, is tell me what you think Carry Commission is. I did create it. It is something totally new, but it is related to BESTDAMN EDC. So if you can guess what Carry Commission is before anybody else, you will win a BDEDC Pocket Logo t-shirt. And just for your reference, it is available on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and there's a website, which is carrycommission.com. There's not much there. It's just a landing page, but it doesn't tell you anything. So do your worst. The fifth and final submission this week comes from Josh Coughlin. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you can find him over on the website at Josh Kosh Bagosh, which is kind of funny. First up here, we have the Seiko 5 SNK L23 for his watch. Attached to that is the Colareb dark brown leather strap. He also carries a Bellroy hide and seek in black that is kind of out of the photo in the bottom left. There's also an Orbit key in black next to that. That's the one I was talking about, the one that they sent me. It's like the all black Orbit key. Underneath everything in the middle of the photo is the Huckleberry Woodchuck Hank, and he also has a J.L. Lawson Decision Maker coin. He has two writing utensils. One is a mechanical pencil, one is a pen. That is the Rotring 800 0.5 millimeter, I should say, and the Rotring Rapid Pro pen. The knife directly to the right of that is the Koch Tools Nat with micarta scales, and the knife beside that one is the Fox Knives Suru, and that actually looks like the other Urban EDC Supply exclusive version, PVD black with the gold hardware in it. And it does have holes in the scale, so it is a little different from the one I featured, but virtually the same. It's a titanium PVD black, but it's got gold hardware and holes in the scales. This submission, it's great. I haven't seen many Koch tools or Koch knives. I think it's Koch Tools. I haven't seen much of his gear over here, but it's really, really popular over on Instagram. He has a lot of tools, but they're really nuts. We know what they are. This is one of his very, very small knives. He does them in small drops, small batches, and they go like that. Those Koch tools, everything from him just gone in an instant. He does drops and they are quick. Josh says, short and simply, all of these things have proven to be rocks in my EDC. I carry them all because I know they're going to last for years to come, and I can always depend on them. The Suru is a newer acquisition, but is proving itself to be a great knife, as we both know, and I'm sure I'll only grow more reliant on it as I use it more. Here you go. I've actually really struggled to keep carrying the Suru full time. I'm so stuck on I'm so stuck on the bug out right now, but I keep going back and forth. In fact, right now, this is part of my EDC. I've got the bug out in this Urban Organizer and the Suru in my back pocket, and I just can't choose between them. They're both phenomenal knives, and it's really tough to pick just one. And I'm sure most of you can relate with that, but it's just been a bigger issue for me lately. I can't just choose one of these knives. It's a tough call to make. But I'm telling you, all of you guys submitting these EDCs with hanks in them, you're making me want one. I don't even know why. It's just a handkerchief. It's just like a piece of flannel. But I want it. I want a handkerchief. I actually was told that there were some handkerchiefs sent to me earlier this month and they just never arrived. So eventually, I'm sure I'll have one and I'll talk about them. I'll do a video on hanks at some point. But I think it's time. It's finally time now that I'm in here. I'm starting to get settled. I'm gonna get into a better workflow. I think it's time to start bringing these new video ideas to you guys. So I'm excited to do that. That has nothing, not anything to do with carry commission, but it has a lot to do with the future of this channel, and I'm very excited to bring all of that stuff to you. But anyway, thank you for sharing this, Josh. You now have a second entry into the February giveaway. But with that said, there is a series very similar to the EDC Weekly that I'd like to try at some point. It would be separate from the EDC Weekly, but it's a very similar format, and I would probably only do it like once a month or once a quarter or something. But the idea is critique my EDC, and I don't mean critique in a bad way, like, you know, this is a garbage knife, why do you carry this? I'm saying, like, maybe critique's the wrong word, but you submit a photo to me and I, or maybe even the Discord or other people in the community, help you find gear that you're looking for. The point would be for you to submit an EDC and say, I want a better knife that fits this criteria, and I want a better wallet. What's the wallet and the knife that will complete my EDC? So maybe that's the name of the series, Complete My EDC. Something like that. I just wanted to field this idea on the show to get your responses and your thoughts on doing something very similar to this show, but different, with a different purpose. So tell me down below what you guys think about, for now, we'll just call it Complete My EDC or Fix My EDC. Just a thought, because this format originally started with me doing a series called Home Screen Critique over on XDA Developers. People would send me pictures of their home screens on their phones, and I would critique it. I wasn't a huge fan of critiquing the home screens, but I loved the format of people sending in stuff and me talking about it and showing a bunch of other people, showing off what, you know, they're proud of. They're proud of their home screen, so critiquing it always felt kind of wrong. That's where this show came from. But I think having somebody, having this community come together and help other people complete their EDCs with stuff they may not know about, stuff that even I don't know about, I think it's a neat idea. So let me know down below what you guys think. Just to let you guys know, I have videos coming up right now on Phoenix. I have rake knives. There's actually one right in that, right there. There's a rake knife in the hand. There's also Arc Company, Cave Leather Co., Urban Carvers. I've got a lot of videos coming up soon, but there's other stuff that I want to do, including want to actually purchase the stuff and put together the cheapest EDC I can possibly find, and then work my way up from there. Lots of cool stuff coming. I'm really happy to be in this new office because this should allow me to up the production, not just in quality, but also in quantity, because I don't have to move any of this now. It is a set, it is permanent, and this stuff stays exactly where it is 100% of the time. So super excited about that. That's gonna do it for this week. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button below and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I do upload new videos. If you wanna support the show, hit the links in the description down below. If there's anything in this video that you saw that you liked and you wanna check out further, hit those links. It'll take you through to the product page, wherever that may be. And if you do click it and buy something, that helps support the show. They are affiliate links. They give us a little bit of a kickback if you do purchase anything. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It just helps support what we're doing here. If you want to help support the show even further, you can go to patreon.com/BestDamnEDC and help support the show that way. Be sure to follow us around the web. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at BestDamnEDC. You can find me, Taylor Martin, on Twitter and Instagram at CasperTech. And until next time, carry on.
Never heard anyone talk so fast in my entire life.
Boom! I'm getting that one down.
You are talking